Hey, it's Chip. Taking a break this week for the Independence Day holiday, but I didn't want to leave you empty-handed. Today, I'm replaying episode 41, Essential Tips to Overcome Stress and Burnout for Entrepreneurs. It's packed with practical advice that's just as relevant now as ever. Enjoy the episode, have a great holiday, and I'll be back next week with new, fresh content. Chip Schweiger here, and welcome to another edition of the Things Entrepreneurs Should Know, the business podcast for entrepreneurs, founders, and business owners who want to build lasting financial value and supercharge the growth of their business. Are you feeling overwhelmed by the emotional highs and lows of running your business? Here's the secret: you're not alone. Being a business owner can be lonely. You can't talk to your competitors, your spouse may not care about how things are going, and you likely don't have any employee who you can talk to. You might feel stuck riding this emotional roller coaster all by yourself. So today on the show, we're going to get away from the accounting and finance and business tips and take things in a different direction by diving into practical strategies for managing stress, tackling burnout, and overcoming the fear of failure. Whether you're just starting out or a seasoned pro, I think you'll find actionable tips to help you stay balanced and focused. And because you're busy, we'll still do it all in about 10 minutes. After the episode, check out the show notes at teskpod.com. Hi there and welcome back. Today we're talking about something that affects every entrepreneur, no matter how experienced they are: the emotional roller coaster of running a business. Whether you're just starting out or you've been in the game for years, stress, burnout, and fear of failure can be real challenges. But don't worry, we're here to tackle these head-on and share some practical strategies to help you navigate these emotional ups and downs. And let's start with a big one, and that's stress, almost a given in the world of business. But the trick is learning how to manage it effectively. So how do we do that? Well, here's two things I try. One, prioritize self-care. It sounds cliche, but self-care is crucial. Entrepreneurs often put their business first, but if you're running on empty, your business will suffer too. Try to set aside time for activities that rejuvenate you, whether that's exercising, meditating, or simply taking a walk. Even small moments of self-care can make a big difference. A minute here or there, even if it's doom scrolling on social media, can give you the break you need. 2, set boundaries. Many entrepreneurs struggle with drawing the line between work and personal life. It's easy to let work consume all your time, but setting boundaries is key. Create a schedule and stick to it as much as possible. When you're off the clock, make sure you're truly off the clock. Turn off those email notifications and focus on your personal time. Brother or sister, your family and friends need you focused on them rather than thinking about work. Moving on to burnout, which can be a major issue for entrepreneurs who are constantly hustling. It's important to recognize the signs of burnout and take proactive steps to address it. 2 more tips to consider here. 1, delegate and outsource. One of the reasons burnout happens is because we try to do everything ourselves, and it's really important to delegate tasks and outsource where you can. Look at your workload and determine what tasks can be handed off to others. This will help lighten your load and allow you to focus on the areas where you can make the most impact. And 2, take regular breaks. Working long hours without breaks is a recipe for burnout. Try this. Implement a system where you take regular short breaks throughout your day. This can help you stay refreshed and maintain productivity. And don't forget about taking time off. Even a short vacation or a mental health day can do wonders. Now let's talk about the fear of failure. This is something that can paralyze even the most seasoned entrepreneurs. Quite frankly, it's a big issue for me personally. Fear of failure is a natural part of taking risks, but it doesn't have to hold you back. To get past it, first, reframe failure. Instead of seeing failure as the end, try to view it as a learning opportunity. Every failure teaches you something valuable. Embrace these lessons and use them to grow. Remember, some of the most successful entrepreneurs have failed multiple times before achieving their goals. And secondly, set realistic goals. Sometimes fear of failure comes from setting overly ambitious goals. Break your larger goals into smaller, achievable milestones. This way, you can celebrate small wins along the way, which helps build confidence and reduces the fear of failing. Remember the old saying, question, how do you eat an elephant? Answer, one bite at a time. So let's recap the strategies we've covered today. Prioritize self-care by making time for yourself and set boundaries between work and personal life. And this works no matter who you are. Also, remember to delegate and outsource. Don't try to do everything yourself and instead share the load. And if you want some great tips on how to effectively delegate, check out last week's episode number 40 about the 4 levels of effective delegation to create a self-sustaining business. Throughout the day, take regular breaks by implementing breaks into your day and take time off when needed. And this has really been a game changer for me. If you have a fear of failure, try to reframe failure by seeing failures as learning experiences and use them to grow. And finally, set realistic goals and break your goals into smaller, manageable steps. Remember, entrepreneurship is a journey with its fair share of challenges, but with the right strategies, you can manage the emotional ups and downs more effectively. You don't have to do it alone. Reach out to fellow entrepreneurs, mentors, or even a professional if you need support. Well, that about wraps up another edition of the Things Entrepreneurs Should Know podcast. Be sure to check out our website at teskpod.com, where you can find the show notes, an archive of our past episodes, and other resources to help grow your business. That's teskpod.com. And if you haven't done so already, I'd appreciate if you'd take 1 minute to give us a review on Apple Podcasts or rate us on Spotify. It helps out a lot to get this to more entrepreneurs and business owners. And if you've done that already, please consider sharing this show with family and friends who you think would get something out of it. As always, thank you for your support. This is Chip Schweiger reminding you that if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. Look forward to seeing you next time.